Hey friend, how's it going? It's Brandy here, and I'm here to connect with you in order to inspire, motivate, and support you to taking yourself, your business, and your personal growth to the next level. Welcome to the She Boss Nation YouTube channel. And the question that I have for you today is, are you willing? Are you willing to do what it takes to become successful? And I have 5 questions, and I want to know what your true answers are. Through your answers, you'll be able to see where you have to make adjustments and really see if you are willing to do what it takes to be successful. Number 1, are you willing to be consistent? If you are consistent, you can learn anything. If you are consistent, you will create momentum for yourself. If you are consistent, you will have results. And when you see those results, you build confidence and you keep doing what you need to do to become successful. But you can only do this if you are willing to be consistent. So what is consistency? Consistency is showing up for yourself and your business each and every single day. Not every week, not every month, every single day. And you may find that when you first start building a business, it's not that easy to be consistent because your life is already taken up by other million things. But as you begin building your business and as you begin applying yourself consistently, then you start etching out this little space in your life. And the more you show up, the more that space gets bigger and bigger and becomes real until there is a place in your life for your business and it doesn't seem so chaotic. But it only happens if you are willing to be consistent. So my question to you is, are you willing to be consistent to showing up for your business each and every day? If your answer is yes, then you're already halfway there. Number 2, are you willing to learn what you don't know? The saying goes, we only know what we know. And you may have your mentors, your friends, your other halves trying to tell you all about what you don't know. But if you don't know it, you don't know it. So my question to you is, are you willing to learn what you don't know? You live in life and you live day to day, and you make sense of your life based on the glasses that you see life through. And that's how you make sense of this craziness around us. But then you decide to get started with a business. You step outside of your box just a little bit, just enough to get started, but then you might start feeling these feelings of uncomfortableness when somebody asks you to do something that you don't want to do. Maybe you don't want to make the call. Maybe you don't want to do the 3-way chat. Maybe you don't want to do the post. Or you don't want to show up in the group, or you don't want to follow the system. So my question to you is, are you willing to learn what you don't know? There's going to be a lot of things that you don't know when you first start building your business. It's a completely new thing, even if it makes you uncomfortable. You see, if you don't know it and you have to learn it, that means you're not that great at it just yet. But we all start from not knowing. So the willingness to learn what you don't know is going to be the key to you stretching outside of your box and achieving what you never knew you could achieve. But only if you're willing to learn what you don't know. So are you willing to learn what you don't know? If the answer is yes, you're halfway there. Number 3, are you willing to trust the process? It sounds so cliche, we hear this all the time, but it's true. Achieving anything takes time. Achieving anything takes a process that you have to follow. And sometimes you don't even know what that process is. Look, you're trying to achieve something you've never achieved before. So the process to get there is going to feel a little different. It's a path that you've never taken before. So are you willing to trust the process? Or are you going to kick and scream through the whole process? Are you going to doubt yourself the whole way, doubt your upline, doubt your sponsor, doubt your mentor, doubt the system the whole way and try to recreate everything? Or are you going to trust the process? At least trust the people around you to know that they're not going to lead you astray. Sure, you may not be comfortable with what things are. Sure, you may have to adjust it to make it fit to you. But are you willing to trust the process? Even if the process doesn't make sense in the moment. Even if the process doesn't feel so good all the time. Because being outside of your box, I'm going to tell you, is not the most comfortable feeling. But are you willing to trust the process? If the answer is yes, you're halfway there. Number 4, are you willing to push yourself? See, when you work a regular job, you have a boss, you're hired for the job, you get a manual, you follow the manual, you show up for your job, you do what the manual says, and pretty much you'll get paid for your hours of work. Now, when you're an entrepreneur, it's a little different. You're working for yourself. There's no boss, there's no manual, there's no job description, and it's up to you whether you're gonna show up for your business or not. See, when you're working a regular job, you're mostly thinking of doing what your boss wants you to do with the least amount of effort and getting paid the least amount of money. Now, when you're working for yourself as an entrepreneur, if you're building your own business, it's different. You have an unlimited income potential, but you're gonna have to motivate yourself to take action. You're gonna have to do it yourself. So are you willing to push yourself? It's not something that many of us are willing to do. It's the truth. Many people will not want to suffer pain, so they will take the path of least amount of pain. But I will tell you that if you want to be a successful entrepreneur, you have to be willing to push yourself. You have to push you, because no one else is going to push you. No one else is going to do it for you. No one else is going to care more about your business than you care about your business. Sure, you may have an upline that cares about your business, but the truth is they can go sign someone else up. They can go enroll another business builder. So you have to fight for your own business. And when you care about your business more than anyone else cares about your business, you're going to have all the support in the world, because people will show up for you. But the question is, are you willing to push yourself? If the answer is yes, you're halfway there. And number 5, and my favorite, are you willing to let go of the excuses? Don't get me wrong, my friends. Excuses are real things. They are valid reasons why you cannot do something that you feel like you need to do, and that you explain out to every person you can of why those reasons are keeping you from achieving your goals. They are called excuses. They are real things. But are you willing to let go of the excuses? Because excuses serves you no good. You see, if you really didn't want to accomplish something, you'd never have excuses, because there would really be no reason for you to explain anything out. Excuses comes through the explaining of why you can't, why you couldn't, why you shouldn't, why you wouldn't do something that you know you should be doing in order to reach your goal. Now, if you really didn't care about your goal, you wouldn't even tell excuses, because you wouldn't even sell those stories. You just wouldn't do it, right? If you don't care about something, you're not going to explain the reason why you're not doing it. But you do care about something when you make excuses, or you know you should be doing it, or you want to be doing it. So the question is, are you willing to let go of your excuses? Instead of continuing to tell the stories as to why something is not working, or why you are the way you are, or why things is the way it is in your world, are you willing to start looking from the other side? And instead of reinforcing everything you don't want that holds you back from achieving your goals, are you willing to start telling stories, a new story about how things can work, about why things should work, about how you are doing it or are in the process of doing it? There's a lot of comfort in excuses. We live in a world of excuses because our excuses keep us safe. We know the world we live in, the world we make excuses about, where we stay in. The excuses keeps us in that place that we're so comfortable with, even though we are not happy there. Are you willing to let go of the excuses? If your answer is yes, you're halfway there. I want to thank you so much for joining me here. I'm Hawaii Brandy again. It's been a pleasure to connect with you. My question is, are you willing to do what it takes to be successful?